Right, let's take a look now at the analysis to remind ourselves of how things are going to be progressing. Actually, the higher degree pictures, what's really going on. We're most concerned with this daily chart. Okay, so on the live market, on the 4-hour chart, you'll find the big A and a B and the big C. So on this daily chart, we have, of course, heads and shoulders. We're having now positive momentum on the daily chart, so we expect to do either a higher shoulder or some kind of a shorter head. You're having heads here, you're having shoulders to the left, and now we're having shoulders to the right. We have finished that shoulder A here, labeled S, big S. There was a big A here, then there was a big B. When we go live market, we'll find that we have already that labeled in a big A and a big B. What we're currently now doing is that big C. We had, personally, I would have only expected it to go to $250, do a smaller shoulder, and then fall back to the neckline. But now is a very vibrant market in all cryptocurrencies. There's potential, of course, to do some kind of a shorter head. You can go to 309, you can go to $280, $309. This is when we go live on the 4-hour chart, you find that internally this wave C here, shown in white, actually should be doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave swing. It can also be doing an AB. It can extend into an AB, then into a C. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if it's only going to be doing a 5 swing move, you would expect to just terminate at 266. That's it. All right about now we're doing 259, of course, 127.2. We would expect some kind of rejection at 266. If it's going to be extending higher to 309 and even higher levels, then we want to be able to actually segregate an A and a B inside of C, and then we're doing another 5 swing final C into C will take you to 309. All right, let's go live. Okay, so we're now concerned. We already know that these are the old A's and B's, and now we're looking at that wave C. So that wave C could be either one of this big C here that we're seeing. It could be one of two things. It could actually be first leg, if it could be just a 5-wave structure and terminate altogether, or it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4. We have these now already showing here, so it would have a miss. This is not correct. It would have a 1, 2, at least like this. So it would have a 1, 2 and a 3, 4, and now we are witnessing wave 5. All right, so of course that would be a yellow 5, and that kind of yellow 5, you're having an internal 1, 2, you're having a 3, you're having a 4, then you're going to be seeing a 5 to these kind of levels. All right, we're not doing actually accurate projections so far. I don't think so, but yes, we're doing 278, 285. We'll have to go to the 1-hour chart to check them out. Okay, so it is possible also that this wave will just do a 3 swing. In that case, you're looking at a massive correction that will break level 3, and then we're going into higher degree C. This way you can go all the way to 324. All right, this is also probable because we are, of course, moving in a channel, and at some point you would want to test the lower boundary of that channel. What would tell whichever of these two actually labels are going to unfold is momentum counts, or the momentum cycles, and the count associated with that cycle. So the current we're having very strong cycle on the 4 hours. Now we need to go lower to the smaller time frames, 1 hour and even lower. We're most concerned with this advance wave. This is probably correctly, definitely segregated regardless of what's at the back. There's a 1, 2 here, definitely there's a 3, there's going to be a 4, and we have topping momentum. Okay, so but the market is very strong on all cryptocurrencies, so you may not really expect that correction soon. All right, so it's just like with Ethereum. At some point there's going to be a high degree correction for, but not now, not yet. All right, so if you're already long, you just want to hold on to your longs to the final projection of the current motive wave 3. Just bear with us a second. Okay, so what are the final projections of the current motive wave 3? How could we tell these? All right, you forget about everything else and you just use that growth wave. Remember, we should be already long. We are probably not going to be longing. If we are going to be longing, we're also going to use that growth wave. Now, this current growth wave has projections right from that market bottom all the way down to the top. Okay, so we have a five swing structure here: 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. This is going to be correcting. You could get 253, 250, 247, even bottom of 242. All right, our projections are 272, 277. That's it, but best take profit zones are 272 and 270. Now I think we are already long, so we will just keep doing the projections. Each time we'll get a growth swing. We always can tell where the growth swing is. If we take this down to 5-minute chart, we will get that this is a lower degree 1-2 and this is your current growth wave. Okay, so we will do that also in a minute to know, but right now we're having this indentation here, shows that this is your growth origin. We will look for the last neckline upon which this is supporting. So this is the current motive structure. If you wanted to join the market, or if you want to do a very short-term long, just for 1 day or so, and not upset whatever you are already holding longs, okay, then you would simply buy at 253, 250, 255, just have a stop here, rigid stop, 230, 235, and go to 272. You really expect this to continue. This is hyperbolic, maybe even go all the way to 300 and 286. If you're already long, you would of course want to hold your long. If you are not yet long, if you want to join into the market and you are following this particular market because it is fundamentally based, I would expect, okay, then we're just buying into that swing. This is the current growth wave or growth swing in the market. You want to buy 61.8%, you want to buy 50%, around $255. You want to have a stop here at 220. You want to be at least 2 supports below your entry usually. If you want to just have a better risk reward, then the stop is just 240 below that level here. Okay, of course 220 would suffice, $220, $225. If you're buying 250 and 255, that's just $30, and we're going probably to 272. We're now 263. It's a 1-to-half risk reward, but it's a trending market. All right, you'd always want to identify the growth wave.